the Sieur Jacques Panique.
Great. If I wanted to shift that cover, it'd take something a whole bunch stronger than me.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Still key.
There was no point trying to lift it.
Don't.
It'd take something much stronger to break the welds that held it in place.
Well.
There was no point trying to
No,
lift it.
stop.
It'd take something much stronger to break the welds that held it in place.
Combine with rope.
I didn't have the horsepower to lift that cover, but I knew something that did.
Hey! What are you doing?
Just setting something up. You'll love this.
You've anchored the van.
Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Your driver
Alphonse, damn his cowardly liver.
is scared of earthquakes, right? What would he do if there was an earthquake right now?
He'd slam the truck into gear and get out of here like... Oh,
That's right. With a manhole following him home.
he would never leave it down.
Is that a bad thing?
No, that's what sells your crazy scheme to me.
How? Who? What? Who would do that? Are you serious? You're gonna just let it happen? Alright, so now we got an earthquake we need to do set up. Let's set up an earthquake.
The guy was sleeping like a baby. I left it alone. There's only so much fun you can have with a compressor.
Use the compressor on the van. Use the compressor on... Well, not, it's not a van, the truck. What are we doing? Come on, what are we doing?
Hi again. Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Your driver
Alphonse, damn his cowardly liver.
is scared of earthquakes, right? What would he do if there was an earthquake right now?
He'd slam the truck into gear and get out of here like... Oh,
That's right. With a manhole following him home.
he would never leave it down.
Is that a bad thing?
No, that's what sells your crazy scheme to me.
It doesn't help. Come on, game, it doesn't help me. What? No. An earthquake. An earthquake. How do we get an earthquake? We don't tase him. We don't hit him with the car jack handle. What? Don't we use the compressor on him?
It was the compressor that powered the pneumatic drill.
The drill? Like, don't we just use the pneumatic drill on the truck?
I didn't want anything else from the bag. It was the workman's tool bag. I didn't want anything else from it.
You talk to him.
Earthquake! Earthquake!
You talk to him.
Magnifique! I don't know what I'll tell the insurance people, monsieur, but it was worth it.
Sprinkling sunshine into people's lives. I guess that was what I lived for. But right now, the sewer beckoned.
You talk to him and you yell earthquake. Go in. What do you... Oh look, we're back here. This thing has been bricked up. That's unfortunate.
This archway had been bricked up, and not that long ago either. No mystery there. I was the one who wrecked the original in the first place. The wall was well built and very, very solid.
Okay.
There was a faint inscription, but the decaying plaster made it almost impossible to read. I could make out some medieval French and some Latin, but not enough to squeeze out any meaning. I left the ancient archway alone.
Why?
The inscriptions in the arches probably once told the truth about the extermination of the Templars. Like a lot of truths, time had blurred it. There was nothing I could do with the ancient archway that wouldn't have upset archaeologists.
Who cares? Oh look, a guy being hanged. Wow, that's charming. Oh look, and it's this. Wait a minute, did I just skip past the whole... Oh, is that what it looks like? I thought there was like a... Okay, never mind.
A big, spooky skull stared out at me. The mouth looked out of proportion. I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in the skull's mouth. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation.
Yeah.
No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no spider bit me, for which I was very grateful. But there was nothing in there to help me either.
Wow.
The skull's mouth had the same shape as the stone cylinder. Aha!
Okay.
I could write a book on secret doors. I really could.
Lucky guess. That was actually a lucky guess. But I guess this means that the guy who stole the key really was one of these guys. And he has a taser. Okay, why is there like a branching path with no indication of which way is the right way? What are you doing?
Oh my God! Something truly nasty had happened here. A trail of blood led round the corner.
Or maybe something spilt, like red paint, or you know, tomato sauce. Could be anything. What's at this side? Camera, you're not showing me what I want to see. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Nothing here. Stairs. Dun dun dun.
The door was ajar. I could hear voices. There were a couple of Cesaro's men, and they had brought a dog.
You hear something?
Nah,
How much longer we gotta be here?
like the boss says, till it's all over.
Or till that yank turns up and we kill him?
Yeah. And no guesses which one I prefer.
Me too. I hate that guy.
Well, now let's be accurate, eh? You hate everyone.
True. True.
I couldn't risk attracting their attention.
Right. Can we listen some more?
I could hear the men moving around.
Okay, we can't listen some more. So we're not going this way. Some guy spilled some tomato sauce. Some ketchup, is that what you Americans call it? Ketchup? In the hallway. A disaster, like something truly terrible. Spilling ketchup on the floor. Look at that ketchup. So much waste. Wait, can I examine it?
I wasn't gonna dip my fingers in this stuff. It was still fresh.
Fresh ketchup.
There was a large pool of blood on the floor. We weren't talking chickens here. A trail of blood led away. Either someone had crawled away, or been dragged.
Right. The trail leads that way, so let's go the other way first.
Cesaro and his men must have come through that way. They must have blocked it off behind them so no one else could get out that way.
Fascinating. The blood trail leads that way. Okay, well let's go... Wow, this door got wasted. What is that in the corner? Okay, showers. Why are there showers down here? Really? Showers? What is this place? And lockers? What are you going? Lockers that you can't open? Right. What's here? Wait, is that the blood? Okay, that's the blood. Let's go the other way.
I'd arrived too late. Cesaro and his men had shown no mercy for these poor souls. How could anyone do this?
How could anyone spill so much ketchup on dead people? That's crazy.
Cesaro's men had shown no mercy.
Well, I think in all three games, this is like the most serious business scene in the whole thing. There's literally dead people just lying around. Usually it's pretty cartoonish, this game.
A fire had been burning. It was still smoldering. The attack must have happened within the last few hours.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
An unfinished chess game. There were only two pieces left. A bishop and a king. It was a no-win situation.
Is that supposed to be meaningful?
I just wanted to leave him in peace.
Why don't you search their bodies? There might be something useful.
It was one of the Templars. He'd been badly beaten. The sink was full of dirty, used mugs. The attack had obviously been sudden and unexpected.
Right.
The microwave's oven control panel was smashed, but the 10-second button was still intact. Only useful if you needed to cook something for less than a minute, of course. I decided not to operate it. The noise might alert any nearby guards.
Okay.
It was a very expensive coffee machine. Cesaro's men had smashed it up pretty good. I guess they didn't like coffee. It was too beaten up to work. My heart was racing enough already. I didn't need coffee.
Right, so there's nothing else here. Wait, we can search this guy.
I didn't want to, but I had to search the body.
Why don't you search the others?
The only thing on him was an old rusty key.
Because he has the key.
It was one of the Templars. He'd been badly beaten. Cesaro's men had shown no mercy.
No one else has a key, so you don't search the others, eh? Okay. Well, I guess that's good, in that we're not just wasting time doing things that aren't gonna do anything.
One of Cesaro's men was guarding the kitchen. I couldn't get through while he was there. I was gonna have to find a way to distract him.
Find a way to distract him. Find a... Find a way to distract him.
The microwave suddenly sprang into life. It was going to make a noise. I had to hide. Fast.
Hide? Where would you hide? Hide? Is it a good place to hide? I can't tell. Hey, look at my butt. Look at my butt. Check out my butt. Is this a good place to hide or not? It's not, is it? He shot me in the butt. Where's a good place to hide? Behind the door? Behind the door, or in the other corner, or across the hallway, if I can get there, if the camera's gonna across the hallway, in the showers. Let's try in the showers. This camera really isn't helping me. What is... I must look like a complete idiot, running around like that.
The microwave suddenly sprang into life. It was going to make a noise. I had to hide. Fast.
Wow, the controls. Okay. Can we close the door and lock him in? Do we have the key for that? Or do we just go for it? Nope. Good job, George. Just stand there. Good job. Let's see, can we activate the door? We can.
This was one serious door. It looked strong enough to hold a wild bull. At least the large door kept the drafts out.
Where's the key?
There wasn't a reason to try that. At least the large door kept the drafts out.
Alright, let's try this again.
The microwave suddenly sprang into life. It was going to make a noise. I had to hide. Fast.
So basically trial and error. You don't know which one's gonna work until you try it. Like first you try to run for it, doesn't work. In fact, you first should try to find a place to hide. It doesn't work. So you try something else. You try to run past, doesn't work. So you try something else. Like there's no indication of what you need to do beforehand. You have a key, you don't know if the key actually fits in the door or not.